Hello children, so welcome to AIMS India's online classes. Today from math subject real numbers topic we are going to continue. So in yesterday's class we have learnt about different number systems and some basics regarding the rational numbers. So now let's continue the topic. So representation of a rational number on a real number line. Representation of rational number on a real number line. Suppose we have 3 by 7. 3 by 7. We want to represent it on a number line. So here 3 by 7 means what kind of fraction it is? Numerator is less than denominator. So it's a proper fraction whose value lies between 0 and 1. Whose value lies between 0 and 1. Means we have to divide a unit value into equal parts of denominator. Because here the denominator is 7. So we have to divide unit value into 7 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that we are dividing the space between 0 and 1 into 7 equal parts. And out of that 7 parts, from leftmost digit, that is 0, 1, 2, third. So third position will be considered as 3 by 7. So third position will be considered as 3 by 7. Suppose if we have improper fraction like 13 by 7. 13 by 7. First, we have to make it turn into mixed fraction. So 7 1 is 7, 6 is remaining, 6 is remaining. So this division part, how can we represent? We are dividing 1 times. So 1, remainder is 6, when the divisor is 7. So when we write improper fraction as a mixed fraction, it is having 2 parts. One is integral part, another one is fractional part. Means the integral part is 1. The integral part is 1. After that we are having the fractional part. Means on the number line, the value of 13 by 7 will be located to the right of units place. Means 1 place. To the right of location of 1. Means its value is 6 by 7 times more than 1. 6 by 7 times extra part it is having than 1. So while representing 13 by 7, so here this 6 by 7, it will be located after 1. Means 0 to 1 we are having the value because of integral part, and this 6 by 7 to be represented between 1 and 2, this unit value, because this value also from 1 to 2 also this is considered as unit value. 0 to 1 it is also unit value, 1 to 2 also unit value. According to the integral part 1 we can take up to here. This fractional part we have to locate after 1. So this fractional part is having 6 by 7. So what is the denominator? 7. So the place between 1 and 2 to be divided into 7 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equal parts. Out of that, 6th part will be considered as 13 by 7 part. When counted from the beginning. When counted from 0. When counted from 0 after 1. So whatever this 6th part is there, so that will be considered as 13 by 7. So here 0 to 1, already we have 7 parts. This 13 by 7 means actually it is 6 by 7. We are adding to the front part 7 by 7. So 7 by 7 plus 6 by 7, it will becomes 13 by 7. 13 by 7. So like that, mixed fraction also we can represent on a number line. Suppose we have negative rational number like minus 4 by 9. So the representation of 4 by 9 already we learnt. But here minus 4 by 9 is there. Because of minus, where we have to represent this value, it will be located towards the left side of 0. It will be located towards the left side of 0. Okay, to the left side of 0. Because we are having minus symbol here, so that's why we have to consider its position to the left of 0. How many parts are there? 4 by 9 means in the denominator part we have 9 parts. So this unit value 0 to minus 1 unit value to be divided into 9 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 equal parts. From 0, whenever we are counting the position, we have to count from 0. From 0, numerator part how much? 4. Means 1, 2, 3, 4. This fourth part. This fourth part out of 9 parts to the left of 0 will be considered as minus 4 by 9. Okay. In this way, it may be a proper fraction or improper fraction or negative rational number. All can be represented on the real number line. So rational numbers can be represented on the number line, real number line. Next. Suppose we have decimal number, because rational number means what may be a rational number? It may be a natural number, it may be an integer, it may be whole number, it may be a terminating decimal, or it may be a non-terminating but recurring decimal. So just now we have told rational numbers can be represented on number line. So decimals also can be represented on the number line. Decimals also can be represented on the number line. Here we are having 2.5 means integral part 2 is there, decimal part 0.5 means we can write it as 2 plus 0.5. 2 plus 0.5, like that we can write. So up to 2 we have integral part. So this 0.5 part to be located on the right side of 2 means between 2 and 3. Between 2 and 3. So while locating decimal, we have to divide this unit part into 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that. 10 equal parts. We have to divide that into 10 equal parts. So each part will be considered as 0.1. So like that 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. So this fifth part after 2 to be considered as 2.5. To be considered as 2.5. Okay. Now 2.65 we have to represent by a process of magnification. By a process of magnification. So this 2.65 we have to represent on the number line. First on the number line we take values from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because 2.65 means it will be located between 2 and 3. First let's write number line from 0 to 4. Now let's magnify this unit part. The part between 2 and 3 to be magnified. To be magnified. 2 is this, 3 is this, 2, 3. Suppose if we assume 10 equal parts, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, 3. Like that, we can locate decimal places, 10 equal decimal places between 2 and 3. Now, where is 2.65? More than 2.6, less than 2.7. It will be located here between these two. More than 2.6, less than 2.7. Now we need these places. Let us assume 2.6 or 2.6 magnified like this, 2.7 magnified, the place between 2.6 and 2.7, this place is divided into 10 equal parts. This place is divided into 10 equal parts. 2.6 after first place, 2.61, 2.62, 2.63, 2.64, 2.65, like that. We have taken 10 equal parts. Out of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This fifth part will be considered as 2.65. 2.65. Like that, by process of magnification, we can locate the decimal number which are having more decimal parts. More decimal parts. In this example, we have magnified the 2 decimal places. Up to 2 decimal places we have magnified and we have located. Next. Suppose if we have non-terminating recurring decimal like this 5.37 bar, where bar stands for this recurring part. So we have to visualize the representation of 5.37 bar on the number line up to 5 decimal places. Means 5.37777. 5 after 3 is there, 0.3 is there, after that 4 sevens. So what we will do first, this decimal number is located between 5 and 6. 5 and 6. First we will write 5.1, first we will take 5 and 6 on the number line, and this part is divided into 10 equal parts. Each part is considered as 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, like that. But here 5.377 is there. Means it is between 5.2 and 5.4. Or sorry, 5.3 and 5.4. Now this 5.3 part is magnified. 5.4 part is magnified. So between place, the place between 5.3 and 5.4, 10 equal parts, 5.31, 32, 33, 34, like that 10 equal parts we have to take. Next. So 5.37 they have given. Means between 5.37 and 5.38. 5.37 and 5.38. The two numbers we have to take separate. 5.37, 5.38 separate. So 10 equal parts. What is the first part? 5.371, 5.372, like that. 5.377, 5.378. Now, between these two, again 5.377, 5.378. These two parts has to be imagined, they are magnified. Again 10 equal parts. 5.3771, like that we can continue. So up to this number, we can expand like this, or we can magnify like this, and we can represent the location of this recurring decimal. Okay. Next. So we have some more types of questions which belongs to the concept rational numbers between two integral numbers. Rational numbers between two integral numbers means we have two integers. Now the question is, how many rational numbers exist between that two integral numbers? Means greater than 2, less than 3. Like that, they should exist between 2 and 3, whose values lies between 2 and 3. So now let's try to understand with an example. Find 4 rational numbers between 2 and 3. So they are asking us to insert or to find 4 rational numbers which exist between 2 and 3, or whose values lies between 2 and 3. Okay. Here. Suppose if you want to find 4 rational numbers, what we have to do means 4 plus 1. We have to take 4 plus 1. So whatever required number is there, to that one extra to be added 4 plus 1. With that number, we have to multiply both numerator and denominator. Both numerator and denominator. Both numerator and denominator. Suppose they are asking to find rational numbers between 2 and 3. How to write 2? 2 by 1 we can write. 2 by 1 we can write. How to write 3? 3 by 1 we can write. First we have to represent like this. So then both numerator and denominator of this integer to be multiplied with 4 plus 1. To be multiplied with 4 plus 1. So what happens? 2 into 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1, because 1 into, no need to represent 1 here actually. So 2 into 5, 10, 1 into 5, 5. So we have 10 by 5. We have 10 by 5. So here 3 is there. 3 by 1 I can write. We can write 3 into 4 plus 1 by 1 into 4 plus 1. 3 5 times 15 by 5. Means this 2 and 3 are 2 is represented as 10 by 5. This 3 is represented as 15 by 5. 15 by 5. So now what are the 4 numbers which exist between this 10 by 5 and 15 by 5? Easily we can write, because denominator we can keep them same. Between 10 to 15, what integers will come? 11 will come, 12 will come, 13 will come, 14 will come. So we can write them in terms of fractions as 11 by 5, 12 by 5, 13 by 5, 14 by 5. So in this way, as many number of rational numbers we want, that many number of rational numbers we can enter. We can make them insert between the given integral values. Given integral values. Okay, children, very simple method, children. So given integers, you have to assume them as fractions. You have to assume them as fractions. So you will be having numerator and denominator. Now they asked us to insert 4 rational numbers. So we have to multiply both the numerator and denominator with a number 1 more than the required rational number. Means with 5. Okay. So then 2 given integral values will be turned into rational numbers, like 10 by 5, 15 by 5, keeping the denominator same. So we can change the numerator. Okay, children. So this is about inserting rational numbers or finding rational numbers between 2 integral numbers. So in the same way, suppose we have 2 integral values like a and b, where a is less than b. Where a is less than b, we have to find 3 rational numbers, or we have to insert 3 rational numbers between a and b. Between a and b. So for this we have to follow one method. So they have given that a is less than b. A is less than b. So I can add a on both sides, so that the given relation do not change. We have to add both sides a, so that the given relation do not change. So a plus a will become 2a. This we can write it as a plus b. 2a less than a plus b. Suppose if 2 goes that side, a less than a plus b by 2. A less than a plus b by 2. Means we have a and b. We have a and b in between a less than a plus b by 2. Means a plus b by 2, where it will be a plus b by 2 will be to the right of a. It is greater than a, or a is less than a plus b by 2. A is less than a plus b by 2. Means we are getting one rational number which is greater than a. Which is greater than a. But we have to prove that it is less than b. It is less than b. Why? Means we have to insert a rational number between a and b. We have proved it is greater than a. Okay. but we have to prove it is less than b. Then we can tell that this is one rational number which exists between a and b. For finding the second part, for verifying the second part, now what we can do, let's add b on both sides. Let's add b on both sides. So this will become a plus b, this will become 2b. 2 will come this side. So what we will get, a plus b by 2 less than b. A plus b by 2 less than b. So here a is less than a plus b by 2. Here a plus b by 2 is less than b. So we have proved that a plus b by 2 lies between a and b. A plus b by 2 lies between a and b. So we have inserted one rational number a plus b by 2 which lies between a and b. Which lies between a and b. What we have done, children, on both sides a we have added, we got one relation. On both sides b we have added, we got second relation. From the two relations we would be able to tell that this new rational number lies between a and b. Okay, the first rational number is a plus b by 2. A plus b by 2. Okay, so next rational number, what we can do? Next, for finding next rational number, we can add. Actually we have a plus b by 2. We have a plus b by 2. So in the place of b, now what we can take? We are keeping a plus b by 2. We are keeping a plus b by 2. Where? In the place of b. So after simplification, what we will get? We will get a value of 3a plus b by 4. 3a plus b by 4. Which will be less than a plus b by 2 more than a. Less than a plus b by 2 more than a. Okay. So in the place of b, 1 minute, children. So in the place of b, we are keeping a plus b by 2. So we got one rational number. Which is less than a plus b by 2, greater than a. Suppose in the place of a, if we keep a plus b by 2, then after simplification, we will get a plus 3b by 4. A plus 3b by 4. A plus 3b by 4, which will be greater than a plus b by 2 less than b. Greater than a plus b by 2 less than b. So like that, if we add this number, so actually for a plus b by 2, in the place of b, if we add or if we keep a plus b by 2, a plus b by 2 by 2, then we will get a value which is greater than a less than a plus b by 2. Greater than a less than a plus b by 2. Means between these two. 1 minute, children. Okay, children. So here, if we add here, we will get a value which is greater than a less than this number. means this will be the second rational number. If we add a plus b by 2 here, we will get one more rational number which will be greater than this one, less than this one. So this is the first rational number. By adding first rational number, we can get second rational number. By adding first rational number to other part, we will get third rational number. Like this, we have got three rational numbers. If we add this number, if we add a plus 3a plus b by 4 by 2 like that, we will get one more rational number which is less than this one, greater than a. So this side one rational number we will get, right side one rational number we will get. Means rational number 4th and 5th we will get. Rational number 6th and 7th. Like that we can continue. We can continue as many rational numbers we want, that many rational numbers we can form. Next children. In this method, we have to find three rational numbers between 1 by 3 and 1 by 2. 1 by 3 and 1 by 2. So what we have learnt actually, if AB are two numbers, so A plus B by 2 will be the rational number between them. So for finding first rational number, we have to find three rational numbers. No. How to find first rational number? We have to add first rational number between rational number. We have to add given rational numbers and by 2 we have to do. So 2 3 LCM 6, 3 2 times there, 2 1 is 2. After simplification we will get 5 by 12. After simplification we will get 5 by 12. So we have three rational numbers. First one is 1 by 3, last one is 1 by 2, middle one is 5 by 12. Now what we are doing? For the first one, we are adding the middle one. For the first one, we are adding the middle one. For the first one, we are adding the middle one and by 2 we are doing. So after simplification, we will get 9 by 24. 9 by 24. Where does that 9 by 24 will lie? Between first one and between one. Between the first one and between one, this 9 by 24 will lie. So we will be having 4 rational numbers. If we want fifth rational number, what we have to do? To the right side rational number, we have to add this one. So the between one added to the right side rational number, 1 by 2. So after simplification, we got 11 by 24. Where it will lie? Between 5 by 12 and 1 by 2. Between 5 by 12 and 1 by 2. This is the rational number. Like this we have inserted three rational numbers between 1 by 3 and 1 by 2. Three rational numbers we have inserted. Okay, children. So or else we can make them, because here let's see all the denominators. They are having different denominators. Let's take them as common denominator. Here 3 is there. We can multiply with 8. It will become 24. Numerator also we have to multiply by 8. So it will become 8 by 24. 9 by 24 we will keep it same. 5 by 12 we will multiply with 2. So it will become 10 by 24. 1 by 2 we will multiply with 12. It will become 12 by 24. 12 by 24. So okay, children. Now if they are written in order, 8 by 24, 9 by 24, 10 by 24, 11 by 24, 12 by 24. So like this we will get. So all denominators are same. So 8 is less than, 9 is less than, 10 is less than, 11 is less than 12. So this is true. In this way, by making the denominators common, we can make it verify. So we have we also have one more method, second method for finding n rational numbers. N means we can take 3 rational numbers, 4 rational numbers according to our requirement. How to find n rational numbers between A and B, where A is less than B. That method we are going to learn. Second method. So here, so we have to find a common difference. We have to find a common difference D, which depends on given values A and B and number of rational numbers what we have to find n. Based on these three values, we have to find a common difference value D, whose formula is minus B by A by n plus 1. Minus B by A by n plus 1. If we find this common difference value, then if the first rational number is A, so then simply by adding this common difference, we will get the second rational number A plus D. And for finding third rational number, we can add plus D to the second one, A plus 2D. For finding next one, for A plus 2D, we can add D. We will get A plus 3D. Like that, we will get A plus ND. Because for first one, so actually if the given number is A, given rational number A, we should not consider it as first one, because we have to add n rational numbers. The first rational number to be added will be A plus D, means A plus 1D. Second rational number A plus 2D. Third one A plus 3D. Nth one A plus ND. Like that, in how many number of rational numbers we want to insert, by this formula we can insert. Now, let's see one example based on this method. Insert 5 rational numbers between these two given rational numbers. So let's take first one as A, second one as B. We have to find 5 rational numbers. N value will be 5. So what is the value of D, children? How to find? With the formula B minus A by n plus 1. B minus A by n plus 1. Why we are taking B minus A? Because in the question, the condition A less than B is there. B minus A by n plus 1. Like that, if we simplify, what value we will get? 1 by 30. What value we will get? 1 by 30. Now first rational number. For 3 by 5, we can add 1 by 30. We will get 19 by 20. Second rational number. For 3 by 5, we will add 2D. Here we have added 1D. Means 1 by 30 we have added. But here 2D. 2 by 30 we have to add. Okay. For third rational number, A will be the same. 3D we have to add. So 3 into 1 by 30, 3 by 30. For fourth rational number, A will be the same. 4D. 4 into 1 by 30. We have to add. For fifth one, A plus 5D. A will be the same. 5 into 1 by 30. 5 by 30 we can add. Like this. So just by adding, here D, children, just by adding D value, we are getting the rational numbers. So first rational number, second, third, fourth, fifth. So by this method also, we can insert as many rational numbers we want. Okay, children. Now let's see some questions here. Now let's see some multiple questions, children. Multiple choice questions. Okay, children, what is the first question here? while converting the rational number into decimal, the process of division terminates. Means the remainder will be 0. The remainder while dividing what we are getting might be 0. So that's why division terminates. Then the decimal is, what is the decimal name? Terminating, non-terminating, repeating, non-terminating, not repeating. They have clearly given the division terminates. So it's an example of terminating decimal. Terminating decimal. Next. The decimal form of 87 by 32. The decimal form of 87 by 32. So we have to divide 87 by 32. 32 2 times. 64. 3 will be remaining. 2 will be remaining. We can take 0.0. 230. 32 7 times. 32 7 times. 7 2 times 14. 7 3 21. 224. 6 will be remaining. 60. 32 1 time. 32. 28 will be remaining. 280. 32 9 times or 32 8 times. 64. 8 to the 16. 8 to the 16. 8 to the 24. 25. 25. Again what we are getting? 4. 7 5. 24. 24. 240. Means 7 times. 7 times. 7 to 14. 224. 224. 16. Like this. 7 1 8 7. 160 here. Means 5 times. 5 times 160. Cancel. So what is the answer, children? 2.71875. We can divide and we can find the number of decimal places. Now they are asking periodicity. Okay, this concept not yet covered, children. We can discuss it later. Next here, if in the division process, if the rational number represents non-terminating repeating decimal, then the remainder is non-terminating repeating, they are telling non-terminating repeating decimal, then the remainder is, we can't tell it. It may be any number. It may be any number based on the given numerator and denominator. Okay. If it is terminating, we can tell remainder is 0. Because it non-terminating repeating, we can't find the remainder. Because it won't stop. It will continue like that only. So there will be no remainder. If remainder comes also, again we can take decimal point, we can take 0 and it will be continued. So next question. The next rational number to 0 is. The next rational number to 0 is. So between, in number line, between 1 and 2. Between 1 and 2, or they are asking the next rational number. Suppose if we take this one, this number is less than this one. So it may be considered as next one. If we take this one, this number is nearer to 1 because this number is less than this one. Suppose here if we take 1.00060 they have given, 1 given. If this is nearer to this one, if I divide with 10, I'll get one more value nearer to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros 1. If I divide with 10, I'll get one more number nearer to 1. 1.8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. So like that, if we divide this decimal with 10, we will get rational numbers which are closer to 1. So that's why we cannot tell. We can't tell the next rational number to 0. Because if you tell any number, if you divide with 10, it will be closer to 1 than the given number. So answer, can't find. Next, decimal representation of rational number cannot be. Terminating, okay, it's a rational number. Non-terminating, here complete answer not given, complete description not given. Whether it is repeating, not repeating, they have not told. So it may become a rational number. It may become, it may not become. So it is not the exact answer. Non-terminating, repeating, yes, it's a rational number. Non-terminating, non-repeating means root 2. Its value 1.414, 1.414, so on. Non-terminating, non-repeating. So these cannot be expressed as rational numbers. So answer is non-terminating, non-repeating. Next, the decimal expansion of root 2. Just now we have told root 2 value 1.414 and so on. And so on, it doesn't terminate. Is it a finite decimal? No. It will go so on up to infinite. It's not finite. In second example also it is terminating. No, it's wrong. Non-terminating, recurring they have told. No, it won't follow, it does not contain recurring part. So non-terminating, non-recurring is the correct answer. Root 2 decimal expansion should be in the form of non-terminating, non-recurring. Next, decimal representation of irrational number. Irrational number always non-terminating, non-repeating. Non-terminating, non-repeating. Next, sum of rational number. Suppose A is a rational number and irrational number. Root B is a irrational number. The sum of both, if we add a rational number to irrational number, the total value will become irrational always. So answer is irrational. Next, the number, this decimal number, it's an example of 1, first 1 is there, next 01, 001, 0001, 401 and so on. Here 2 digits, here 3, here 4, here 5. They are not repeating because number of zeros are increasing if you take like this parts. So it is neither terminating nor repeating. Neither terminating nor repeating means it's an example of irrational number. It's an example of irrational number. Okay children, that's all for today. So thank you for watching our video children. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates. Thank you. Have a good day.